We're really looking for you to engage your employees and to get them aware, interested, and involved in the cause, but also aware of the dangers that it could pose for their own kids.
Does that ever happen? Has there anyone ever turned up and said, hey, this is me or my child? Or
Yes, it has happened many times for us over the last 7 years.
Welcome back to The Movement, which is a podcast to help resource, empower, and develop leaders in the fight against human trafficking. Today we have a very special guest, Keisha Hazen. Hi, Keisha.
Hello. Hi.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
What brings you here today?
So I came to talk about RedM.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I've heard of them.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you do in RedM?
So I am the CIO and the secretary of the board. So I help with our technology strategy, our processes, that
All
kind
the
of
fun
stuff.
stuff.
All the fun stuff.
How did you stumble into RedM?
Well, I actually had been seeing RedM posts pop up on LinkedIn for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And I was curious, kind of knew what it was about, but sort of didn't know at the same time. I started working for IBM in January of 2022. And my boss at the time, or I should say my boss's boss, Jason, he was trying to get us all involved with volunteering for RedM. And I was like, oh, RedM. Now I have to learn about it. The time has come.
Uh-huh.
I started attending the information sessions, and I felt really drawn to the cause. With RedM, we try to engage professionals, we engage corporations, we empower survivors, and I felt that my professional skills could be leveraged to do just that.
Nice.
So I was like, I'm gonna check this out. I'm going to get involved.
Tell me about your life. Tell me what your life is like.
I'm married with 2 kids, Esperanza
Yes.
and Maceo.
Nice.
And no, we don't speak Spanish. I just like Spanish names. And Ryan.
Yeah,
My husband is
can't
Ryan.
leave Ryan
Can't
out.
forget him.
Yeah.
Yes, because
So-
he'll be watching this. And then on the professional side, I lead business transformations for companies, mostly in the oil and gas space.
Mm-hmm.
And so not a lot of extra time.
Yeah.
But I try to involve my family in where I serve and everything that I do for RedM. I've roped Ryan, my husband, into helping me with the website for a gala we were running. He helps me unload and offload and set up for events. And then my kids, I bring them to meetings, and they are graciously entertained by David, the baby whisperer, and other RedM folks. We make it work by getting them involved as well. So my daughter for sure knows what RedM means, what we do, and she's also very passionate about the cause.
That's good. So you make it work.
I make it work. And then on the professional side, I
Yes.
also get my colleagues involved.
Ah.
So that helps.
So there's purpose.
There's purpose. I stay grounded to the purpose and pull everyone around me into what I do, and that makes it work.
Many hands.
Many, many hands. Everybody doing a little bit what they can fit in with the time that they have.
You manage a lot of the details inside of RedM. Is there a lot of people around you? Is it a big team? What does that look like?
So we have, I would say, a small core leadership team that does the heavy lifting. And then, of course, in our culture within that leadership team, we try to not only support each other, but also give each other the grace to step away when they need to. And so many of us understand what the other roles and what the other folks are doing so that if we need to cover for them, we can. And it's kind of a easy way to manage life along with what we're doing.
So a lot of
At
fluid
RedM.
and flexible behavior.
Lot of flexibility, a lot of grace, a lot of kindness, So that's how we make it work.
Is Houston the only place that RedM is?
No, we're in multiple cities.
Oh.
Houston is where we started.
Yeah.
But we have a Denver chapter, we have a Dallas chapter, a Fort Worth chapter, Boston. Who am I forgetting?
So many.
So
Midland's
many.
upset already.
Midland. Calgary is getting started up. We have New York getting started.
Yeah.
Who else am I
Some
missing?
Europeans.
Some Europeans. Oh, Paris is
Yeah.
getting started.
Yeah, yeah.
Netherlands is getting started as well.
Yeah.
So
A lot going on.
a lot going on.
Culture, how does that work then with all these different places, and how do you think that works? I don't know if you know how that works, but
That's a good question. I know it works.
Yeah.
I haven't sat down to analyze how it works.
yeah.
But at the core, we try to ensure that everyone involved with RedM has basic qualities: kindness, integrity, honesty, the ability and understanding to work with survivors when they have to in a way that's sensitive to what they've gone through. We try to make sure that we get our volunteers educated so that, they understand what they should and shouldn't do. So it's a process.
I know we do regular gatherings. What is that process for people when they want to be a part of RedM?
So typically it starts with an info session. So we have networking info sessions once a month. And many people come because they're curious, they're interested. Also professionally, they want to network with individuals from their industry, or maybe they're looking for work or looking for a change or whatever it might be. They come out of curiosity. And so with these sessions, we're able to educate people about what RedM does, also about human trafficking, what it looks like, try to dispel some of the myths about trafficking that may or may not be from things they've seen in the media, just to help them understand that human trafficking is all around us and in ways that aren't as easy to detect as you would think. Within that education space, we talk about our events, and so people understand how they can get involved, the ways they can get involved. And then they get to meet new people from other companies, other industries, and talk about work and RedM as well. So it's a good mesh of combining your professional life with networking and education to make a social impact.
That sounds heavy subject. How do you cope with that? I guess people come, they know they're going to hear this stuff, or how do you deal with that?
Well, we try to be as light as we can be, but still spread enough awareness so people have an understanding of what's happening. So most of our events focus on fun or surround fun things while they get educated.
How does that work?
Well, I think that people need to be aware enough that they're interested to, if they want to go down the rabbit hole and get more information, they can. But we don't want everyone coming and being stuck listening to something that's dark and sad, or for some people might even be triggering because of something they've gone through in their lives, right?
That makes sense.
So we give people the space to come and engage at the awareness level. And then we provide opportunities for them to get more educated in their own time, or to attend some of our partner training sessions that might get them more information that's deeper and more inclined to what they're interested in learning about.
So what's the fun?
The fun. Okay, so I'm going to talk about some of my favorite RedM events.
Do that.
So we have cultural nights where we focus on a specific culture. We have food, dancing, different special drinks that's related to that culture. We have performances, singing, music, dance. I mean, every type of art form that you could think about. Spoken word. We have live artists drawing portraits or whatever it might be during our events. So we've had Brazil incorporated into one of our cultural nights, Venezuela, Mexico. We have Nigerian nights coming up.
Nice.
Spanish night. Okay.
When's Nigeria night, since it's coming up?
Nigeria night is in October. I forgot the exact date, but
Second,
it is
third, something like
October.
that.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that one
That'd be fun.
because the music and the
passion.
food and the passion from Nigerians are so like just lovely. I'm excited. I'm really excited for that one.
So we need sponsors, we need help, we need support every time we're doing one of these, right?
Yes, exactly. So what we try to do with our cultural nights, we try to get as many sponsors as we can, so that the proceeds from those events, as much of those proceeds go to empowering and supporting survivors as possible. And then within those events, we do all of those fun things, but they also get to learn about RedM, they get to learn about human trafficking, and they get to learn about different ways that they can engage, learn more, and support the cause.
Sounds like some of the events people come to for the event and they happen to learn.
That is correct. They come for a fun night, and then they learn about something that's really, really important that may be impacting them in their daily life, whether it's family or extended family or friends. They learn something that sometimes can help them with something they're going through that they don't know that they're going through at the moment. So it's been a really impactful experience for a lot of people.
How do companies engage?
We start off by asking companies to engage their people, right? So we do lunch and learns for companies. We do initiative called Action Speaks, where a group of individuals from that company can get together and pack care packages for people who are still victims of human trafficking. And then within that space, not only do they get to work together and make an impact and do something that directly impacts the survivor, but they also get to learn about human trafficking and how they can help, how they can get involved. We will accept sponsorships, of course, donations, but it's not the first thing we're looking for. We're really looking for you to engage your employees and to get them aware, interested, and involved in the cause, but also aware of the dangers that it could pose for their own kids.
Has that ever happened? Has anyone ever turned up and said, hey, this is me or my child? Or
Yes, it has happened many times for us over the last 7 years. And I won't quote the numbers because you know them better than me, but it's enough for I would say anyone to say, okay, I need to learn more about this. Our goal is for you to be aware of the dangers so that your child, your grandchild, your niece, your nephew does not get trafficked. That's the goal.
Yeah, that's something most people don't think. They don't believe that that's a risk right now. And I guess that's what we're finding out, is that it is. So anything international and fun up ahead?
International. Oh, yes.
This is a leading question.
Okay. We are actually spearheading an initiative for the World Cup.
The World Cup.
The 2026 FIFA World Cup. It's a big deal. It is a big deal, a huge sporting event that brings hundreds of thousands of people. It's going to be the United States, Mexico, and Canada.
Wow.
Right?
It's a big deal.
And so we're all excited. But for huge sporting events, what it does is actually create a lot of opportunities for traffickers. Because it's bringing a surge of visitors into the area, as well as putting a strain on local authorities and resources.
Right.
So it's an easy way for them to infiltrate a community, get lots of buyers, and do whatever they have to do without being detected or it's just an easy way for them to operate.
That's something no one would think of, is that big fun sporting events draws human trafficking.
Yes, it is, the sad underbelly of something that could be really fun.
Yeah.
So this initiative, what we're doing is working with local communities, with the hospitality industry, with the transportation industry, to develop initiatives that can help combat trafficking during the World Cup, also spread awareness about trafficking, keep people safe, so that they're not trafficked.
Yeah.
And also train people, both staff as well as attendees of the World Cup, on how to recognize trafficking
Right.
and what to do if they see it. We don't want people going to try to rescue on their own, but what are the numbers that they call? Who do they contact? How do we leverage the resources and provide resources during that event to ensure that human trafficking doesn't win?
So that's a really big ask. How are you going to do that?
We're starting off with a design thinking session, bringing all of the organizations together to build out this initiative.
Design thinking being...
Design thinking is a way of bringing a group together to come up with out-of-the-box ideas that can then be actioned,
Okay.
right? And, of course, we're going to rank these ideas, make sure that they not only make sense, but they can have an impact and that they're doable. And so IBM is partnering with RedM on this. We have consultants who will facilitate this session, and we're going to partner up with these organizations to develop this initiative. So if you're interested, again, hit me up. We are looking to make a huge impact for the World Cup next year.
That's pretty exciting. A lot to do. So, I mean, how
Yes,
many?
a lot
Do you know
to
how
do.
many cities there are?
You know, I don't know off the top of my head.
I do.
How many?
18.
18. Does that include Mexico and Canada?
Yeah.
So a lot of cities, y'all. So a lot of work to be done. And what we believe at RedM is if everyone does a little bit, then it can have a huge impact, right? Small efforts, small steps. You don't have to, involve yourself so deeply that it takes over your life. But if you do even one little thing to help, it can make a huge difference. So that's what we're looking for, is a lot of people to help a little with this initiative and with our overall goal of combating human trafficking.
Perfect. And that kind of sums it up. That sums up our wonderful time together.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll have you back another time. How about that?
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. I like it. All right. Well, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.